Researchers at the University of Reading say we could all be in for a much bumpier ride when we take to the skies in future. It's predicted there could be a 2- to 3-fold increase in turbulence on some of the busiest routes as the atmosphere warms up. Apparently it's all down to the speeding up of winds at high altitudes where modern airliners spend much of their time. Joe Campbell reports.
You can't see it with the naked eye, you can't detect it on radar. Clear air turbulence is the invisible hazard in the sky.
What we're seeing here is a lot more turbulence over.
And according to researchers here at the University of Reading, it's getting a lot worse, thanks to the impact of global warming from increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
The jet stream has speeded up by a few miles an hour over the past few decades, and basically, in simple terms, what a stronger jet stream means is more instabilities in the atmosphere as the different layers rub up against each other. And it does tend to be where people live and where the biggest flight routes are that the changes are the biggest. We're seeing large increases of several 100% in the amount of turbulence by the middle towards the end of this century.
Today's jetliners are largely safe from violent air movements, but as past events have shown, those travelling on board them, less so.
Approximately it costs the US air carriers $200 million per year, and this comes from payouts in compensation for people who've broken bones or maybe had injuries and had to go to hospital. But it's also when the cabin crew might get injured and then they're not able to work. So there's lost days in the cabin crew, which also adds an additional cost to the air carriers.
These, of course, are only predictions, albeit based on sophisticated computer modelling. But it does seem in future we'll be spending a lot more of our time with the seatbelt sign on. Joe Campbell, BBC South Today, Reading.